Yeah, there is. For you, choose one. Cause there is a brotherhood. Oh, but don't sweat. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat to the brothers, Yahweh Shema Allah Taba, Shem Yahshua to the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Command John YAHANNA. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The I.S.U.P.K is not affiliated with any other group. All right, you understand? It's the Tuesday Brotherhood class. I'm priest and officer of 500, Shamgar, Bun, Yum. Hold it down in the city of Birmingham in the UK. You understand? So lucky about the time. You understand? But you understand. So today's class is about brotherhood. Since 1969, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge has been teaching the so-called blacks in the transatlantic slave trade, the natives of North, Central, South America. They are the true biblical Israelites according to biblical prophecy and other historical and archaeological fact. You understand? And since 1969, the priests and officers in the school have been holding down and defending the faith, and have been, you understand, proven this and being undefeated in our defense of what we teach. You understand? And what we teach is straight from the Most High unto the men that were set up, unto the elders. And now today to Command John YAHANNA. That's right. This day is when we talk about the brotherhood that we have forsaken. You understand? The brotherhood that we have fallen astray from in these last days. But so lucky. And this is the day where blacks and Hispanics need to understand that, you know, thanks to the Christian church and other false groups and organizations, they have only taught us to hate our brothers but love our enemies. You understand? But we should understand that in this day and age, that we should forgive our brothers. We should forgive our brothers for all their crimes against us, but we should not forget the crimes of our enemies. You understand? We should not. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat. You understand?
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
You understand? We should not forget the crimes that our enemies have done upon our people. You understand? When we hear about these fake Israelite groups and these traitors and these Christian churches, you know, siding with the so-called Caucasian and the African and the Asians, you understand, against their own people, we should remember the crimes that are committed against our nation, man. But we should not, you understand, we should not remember the crimes that happened among our own, man. You understand? We should forgive our brothers and we should remember the crimes against our people. That's what we should be doing, man. But Salaki, if you get me Daniel chapter 9 and verse 8, Baba Kashar, you understand? We as a people need to remember that in this time of oppression and in this time of Christianity and all the madness of this world and the uncleanness that Christianity promotes and allows, this is the time where we must also remember that we must forgive our brothers that look just like us, man. We must remember the brothers that was on those slave ships just like us. We should remember the brothers and sisters who've endured oppression just like us. But we should forget about the heathen. We should forget about the African who sold us. Right. We should forget about the Arabs and the Caucasians, you understand? We should forget about them and all those sellouts in these fake groups and in these Christian churches. That's what we should forget about, you understand? There is a chance, and there is, because of our King and the Most High, that there is a chance of mercy and grace for our people. But we must also remember the crimes of those that would either stand against us and our people and betray their people, or the true enemies of our people, which are these other nations. You got it, yeah?
Come on. Daniel 9 verse 8.
Come on.
O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers.
So Salaki, read that again,
because we have. Come on. Daniel 9 verse 8.
Come on.
O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, so because we have sinned against thee.
Right, so that's right, you understand? To us, to our fathers, to our princes, you understand? that we should deserve confusion of faces, because the reason why our leaders, the kings and men above us, you understand, the men that are supposed to be ruling our nation, the reason why people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and certain people, you understand, and Louis Farrakhan and T.D. Jakes, these men of renown within our community, of our people, well, there's a confusion of face. And the reason why there's a confusion of face among our leaders, among the people that are of renown within our community, you understand, and the leaders of these so-called these fake Israelite groups and the Christian churches and all the rest of it, is because we have turned from the Lord, man. Because we have turned from the face of what the Lord gave us, the laws and statutes and our culture and our way. You know what I mean? That's why we've become deserving of confusion of face. So I can read on.
Quran Khan, verse 9. To the Lord our God belongeth mercies and forgiveness. Though we have rebelled against him, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God to walk in his laws.
You understand? So understanding this, that in the midst of all that we have endured, and the midst of all that we have committed within our forefathers and within our people, and the crimes that we've committed against ourselves and against our power, the Lord, you understand, he is merciful, man. The Lord made it so that brothers from broken homes and brothers from low down and unclean conditions can actually reform themselves, man. You understand? Because the Lord has mercy upon us, man. The Lord had mercy upon his chosen people, which are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who the Lord had mercy upon. Even regarding all that we have endured in our slavery, in our conditions that we've been placed in across the earth, we have to remember that brothers that endured that with us, you understand, the Lord had mercy on them, man. And that's why we must bestow our mercy unto our brothers as well, man. Because the Lord had mercy so fit to give us as a nation mercy. So why can we not look upon our own brothers and sisters and give them that mercy, man? You understand? So I can read on.
Quran Khan. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets.
What verse you in?
10.
Come, go ahead.
Verse 11. Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
You understand? So all Israel, all us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have fallen astray from what the Lord gave our forefathers. We as a people have fallen astray from the great laws and commandments and statutes that is the culture of our nation. You understand?
Right.
That is who we are, and we have fallen astray from that, man. But what we must remember, in the midst of all that, the Lord gave us mercy. So, like, if you get me, Exodus chapter 34, verse 8, Bob Kashar. We must remember that the Lord gave his mercy unto his chosen and none else. Those blacks on the transatlantic slave trade who give everything swagger and style, you understand? Those people that everyone looks to copy and emulate, no matter what condition they're in. Those natives of North Central South America who come with their fire and their swag also, you understand? Our brothers, those blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, those are the people that have endured greatly, and you can't say it enough. We have endured greatly, and we are at the lowest state among all nations of people. But meanwhile, we are greater than every last one of them. You understand? And that's what we have to remember. You have to remember when you look at these fake groups that bring that side of heathens other than their own brothers, and like to be alongside heathens to make themselves feel better about themselves because they are weak and because deep down they hate themselves. Just like every Christian pastor, just like every imam in the mosque, you understand? Every black, you know what I'm saying? Everyone in the bow ties, all the man there, you understand? They all deep down have to be with another nation. They can't just be with their own. They can't just love their own. because they are slaves, you understand? And that's why our community is the way it is, because of the Christian church. You understand?
Right.
So I can read that, Bob Kishar.
Quran, Exodus 34, verse 8. And Moses made haste and bowed his head toward the earth and worshipped. And he said, if now I have found grace in thy sight, O Lord, let my Lord, I pray thee, go among us. For it is a stiff-necked people. And pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us for thine inheritance.
You understand? This is what one of our great prophets, you understand, Mashah in the Hebrew. He went to the Lord and he prayed for Israel. Right. He did not condemn Israel. He did not say, oh, let's kill them niggas, nah, or arrest them or snitch on them. He didn't say that. He said he prayed for them that they have mercy upon them, man. That's what he did, man.
Right.
He prayed for them and he begged the Lord to have mercy upon his brothers. You understand? So I can read on.
Quran, verse 10. And he said, behold, I make a covenant before all thy people. I will do marvels, such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation.
Go ahead.
And Quran, and all the people among which thou art shall see the work of the Lord.
So everywhere we go, wherever we may dwell, we will see the work of the Most High. You understand? Because the Lord, wherever we may be as a people, the Lord is with us. That's why we are still here today. All that we've enjoyed as a people and we still go through, we have to remember the reason why we are still here and still breathing and still good and strong is because the Lord is with us and because the wonders that come along with us as a people, as a nation of people. So, like, what verse was that?
That was the end of verse 10. There's still a little bit more to it, though.
Oh, no, so if you drop that, yeah, and you get me Matthew chapter 6 and verse 14, Bob Kishar.
It's like a Shamgar, if I may as well. Like what you're saying that the Lord's merciful towards Israel. You know what I mean? Which is true. And like the Christians are so diabolical. They say, if you talk about slavery, they say, well, the Lord's forgiving, man. It's so forgiving. Then these same Christians will turn around and say, no, God got rid of the Israelites. You guys, you're so wicked, you're horrible. He don't deal with you no more. So you're telling me that the Lord's merciful, he can forgive slavery, but he can't forgive the Israelites for sinning.
Right.
So they've taken the forgiveness of God, which is for you, and flipped it for themselves, man.
Right.
That's how diabolical the Christians are, man. That forgiveness is for you, ain't for them. When you talk about slavery, God's forgiveness for them. When you talk about black people being the Israelites, well, it don't matter because, you know, God got rid of them Israelites. They were too wicked. So, is he merciful or not?
That's right. You understand? I don't want to bring it out. It's so heavy, man. It's true. Christianity is the cancer of our communities, man. You understand? Christianity will have you believe that a nation of people that are in their heaven, you understand, in their great kingdom, in rulership, you understand, they don't want for nothing as a nation of people. Their people rule over the earth and rule over us. And we endure what they inflict upon us as a people. We have no say in the matter. We can vote, we can protest, but that means nothing, as we've all seen for the last over 400 years. And Christianity will have you believe that that same nation of people who have put you and your forefathers through slavery and through all this oppression and abuse and being slaughtered in the street, that Christianity will have you believe that that nation of people, they deserve some kingdom of heaven. They deserve some kingdom they deserve some level of salvation. But when you look into common sense, you understand that salvation is for people that actually need saving. How can you save someone if they are safe and well? You understand? We're the ones that need saving from the hands of all these heathen nations round about us.
That's right.
When there are people want to join with the Somalians and the Nigerians and all them people there, you don't understand. Any black man, any black Hispanic or Native American can tell you that all they will do is gradually be friendly among you, and then soon tutus now, you look around, you see like 2 months later, they're owning all the shops in the community, and that wealth is going to their people. That's what they do. They single-handedly go back to their own, which is fine, but we should understand that and look to our own as well, man. You understand? We should not conform to the weakness and the simplicity of Christianity, that slave mindset, to loving these nations, man. You understand? So like, read the book of Matthew 6, I believe.
So like, was it Matthew 6? What's the verse?
14,
like, Matthew 6:14. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
You understand? When we forgive the brothers of our nation, the sisters of our nation, all that they do unto us, the Most High will forgive us, man. The Lord will see that, because the Lord can give our entire nation, as stiff-necked and rebellious as we are, and as destroyed as we are, and as wicked, as wise to do evil as we may be in this place, the Lord still gave us mercy. The Lord still allowed those 7 heads to be revealed on the secrets of the scriptures. The Most High still allowed Kamara and John Yohanna and the men with him and the mighty men with him, you understand, to stand so boldly and strong that we have a place of sanctuary to serve the Most High.
That's right.
You understand? That's why, as a nation, we still here, and we still have that ability. Rebellious as we may be, even to this day, you understand, and you want to join fake groups and love your enemies. But the Lord still has that mercy and that strength and that true mercy that he has allowed us to be able to come back to our heritage. You understand? And where we don't have to, succumb to the weakness of these fake Israelite leaders, so-called, you understand? Where they're at their Passover, they're having strippers running around, you understand? And degrading our sisters and looking at next man's wife. And at the same time, wearing purple and loving Nigerians that kill our sisters. No, man, you understand? We have been given this place of sanctuary in the I.S.U.P.K. under Kamara and John Yohanna. And that's the brotherhood of the scriptures. You understand? You can't have brotherhood if you're in the Christian church. You can't have brotherhood if you love the Muslims and the Arabs in that mosque. You can't have brotherhood if you're in a fake Israelite group, because they're no different from the Christians. You understand? And they, in some way, shape, or form, oppress the people, that nation of people, that holy seed, whom they claim to love. You understand? Salaki, if you read that again.
Khan, Matthew 6, verse 14. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
I think that's it on that. Is that it? Yeah.
Now, if you go to 15, it says, but if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive you your trespasses.
So there you go. When you want to be a Christian and hate your people and give your love to heathens, you understand? The Lord will not forgive you. When you want to look down upon your brothers and say, look at them drug dealers, look at them whores, look at those, you understand?
That's right.
You want to look down upon your people and mistreat them and mislead them, but yet you want to be friends and pally with filthy heathens that have oppressed you and hate you and your people and the Most High. You understand? Right. We must remember that, man. We that are in the truth up in the school in the I.S.U.P.K, we know this. But those who are listening who are not in the school, just remember that. When you're standing on the sidelines watching every single group and you're seeing what's going on, just remember that, people can accuse the men of the Lord of things, you understand? But yet there is no proof to support their claims. There's nothing that they can say against UPK and the school that will stand. It's all false and the false accusations and lies. None of it can be proven. But meanwhile, in the midst of that, you're seeing these fake groups, and we're evidently seeing all the wickedness that they commit, and they've been committing since they started. And the core and the foundation of where they come from is being cowards, leaving the school. You understand? Right. So only wickedness can follow, and that's what has been going on. You understand? That's what's been going on with the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, fake Israelite groups, the so-called conscious community, all of it.
That's right.
If it isn't of the I.S.U.P.K under Kamara and John Yohanna, it is not of the Lord, and that is evident before your faces. Every man That's not even up in here. You can bear that. We can bear witness to that. You understand? There's a reason why the Lord has His name in a place. You know what I mean? The Lord is not going to be everywhere. That's confusion. And how could it be? Considering all that they do to His people, to His chosen seed, it's not possible. You understand? And just like the scripture said, if you look down upon your people and you look to these Africans and to these white people and to these Arabs and East Indians and Chinese and Japanese and Samoans and them, man, you understand? If you look to all these nations of people and you look down upon your own, you a coward, man, and you hate your people and you hate the Most High. You understand?
It's like to cut you, man. You have to forgive me. And this is the one place where that roadman gets some love, man.
Right.
Imagine you're a roadman in the world, you don't get no love from your mum, man. From a teen, your mum is saying you're good for nothing, you're workless like your father, man.
Right.
Policeman been chasing you from your 15, man. The school teacher said that you ain't gonna be shit, man. Your baby mum poking your head, man. Everyone goes, you ain't nothing. You ain't been uni. You made some mistakes in your life, man. You got priors on your record, man. You can't get no job, man. But stacking showers, man.
Right.
And this should be the one place where roadman gets a second chance, man.
That's right.
And these fake Israelite groups have turned into a place where the roadman can't get no chance no more.
Right.
You can't get no chance, man. Roadman got no hope in this world. If you're a roadman trying to make it in this world, I feel sorry for you because there's nothing for you out here, man.
That's right.
You ain't gonna make it, man. There's only one way for you to make it out here. That's selling drugs. That's selling drugs or killing and robbing. And by doing that, you're gonna end up in jail, man. You ain't gonna make it. But there's one way where a roadman can get rich, man. Can get famous, can get a crown upon his head, man. Right. And that's in the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
And if you're looking down on roadmen, calling them scumbags and not changing them, you're disgusting, man.
Right.
This is the one place that rehabilitates roadmen and turn them into men of God. And you don't want them. You want the lawyer, the doctor, the well-spoken man, right. Just like everybody else wants them. Just like everybody else. You know why? Because you're no different from everybody else, man. That's right. So lucky, man.
That's heavy, man. Give the other one a hand, man. You understand? That's so heavy. Because you know what? It's so heavy because it's the facts, you understand? And this is what we see. It's the same. This is what we see, man. You understand? They will openly go and say, wearing their purple dresses, saying that we will snitch. You understand? They hate their brothers. But then they want to look to the Nigerian and the Ghanaian because them, man, if you look in the UK specifically, they're the ones that go to university the most. They're the ones when white supremacists over here say that blacks mainly go to uni and that more. They're not differentiating who's the blacks of the transatlantic slave trade or the Africans or the Somalians. They're not doing that. They're putting us in all into one category like they do. But when we know ourselves and we know the actual facts, we understand that it is those heathens that look like us or look similar, not look like us, but it looks similar to us, you understand? Who we're put in the same category as the white man does. But it's those Nigerians and Ghanaians that are going to these schools and going and getting the best jobs, you understand? And going back to their own. But it's the brothers. And that's why in these fake Israelite groups, they like the other one brought out, they look to the lawyers and the people that are making money. Well, that's why they look down upon their brothers, because they want to look to some Ghanaian or some Somalian or some whatever, you understand? Because he's doing better than his people, you understand? But yet, their brothers who are actually fitting the curses of Deuteronomy, they're the ones who look down upon, man. It's like your head.
So, okay, I'll give you 2 seconds. I'll let you chime in. I had 1 second, and I saw a video where a man went to the ends, man, where roadmen are, and he didn't say, you know what, I'm gonna change your life, man. He didn't say, roadman, I love you. The man came to the ends where black people are, man. Where poor black people are, roadmen are, gangsters are, gangbangers are. You know what he said? Right. If you got a warrant, I'm turning you in, man. That's right. That's how this sucks like man. I got a teacher class, but that just pissed me off, man. That's right. He went to a place where we are, and he didn't say, I'm gonna save you, man. I'm gonna fix you up, man. You're my brother. He came to where we dwell and said, yo, you better have no warrants, because I'll get you locked up, man.
I'm right.
So lucky, man.
You understand? Go ahead, Mokion.
Damn, can't. That's a damn Judas Iscariot right there, snitching on their own damn people. No love, like you say, for their people. Just turning our people in are their own people, and saying that they're under the white man. The powers that be. You're not listening to the powers that be. You know, them purple. It's like everyone. There's an Edomite in the chat, right, saying that he believed that salvation is for him. Can it, Slakia? Yeah, just come up there, Slakia. Just want to let you know that.
No sweat. So,
okay.
Go ahead.
He said, my name is John. I'm Caucasian. I'm living in the UK. I believe that salvation is for everyone, no matter who you are. And to be honest, we have to start remembering slavery.
So look at this, man.
Pull it down. Pull it down.
The devil, you understand? The devil loves to prove himself wickedly. You understand? He loves to prove how wicked he is. But we're gonna go into the scriptures. You understand? So, like, if you get me Acts chapter 5 and verse 30, Bob Kashar. You understand? We have to go into the scriptures now and show this devil. You understand? Because,
that's right.
Look at that. How can he say that we should forget about slavery? But every other nation that suffered atrocities, they remember that. The so-called Holocaust for those fake Jews, he remembers that.
That's right.
The so-called 9/11, he remembers that. That's right. But yet, we must forget about the thousands that died. We must wear a poppy on our chest to remember people that died for a country that hate us. You understand? We're forced to wear poppies on our chest in the UK. You understand? To remember a nation of people and their military might who has only had us on the bottom of their boots for how many hundreds of years? A nation of people whom has my foremothers and forefathers who built this land up, being deported back to Jamaica and other Caribbean islands. You understand? Right. These people are the devil, man.
That's right.
These are the great deceivers that the Bible speaks of. That's right. You know what I mean? When in Revelation it talks about that red dragon, that's the nation of Edom. Edom meaning red. You understand? They are right. Esau. Their blood shows forth through their skin. These are the people who the Lord hates. You understand? Right. And look at that. He said we should stop remembering slavery. So like the other one, you had the precept.
Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days of old.
Right.
Consider the years of many generations. Right. Ask thy father, and he will show thee.
So the Bible says our forefathers, our ancient records, it says to remember what our forefathers went through. Just as his people do. You understand? He's a Caucasian in the UK. He remembers all that happened to him. You understand? If he's from Ireland or if he's from Scotland, he will tell you about how the British oppressed him and this, that, and the third, or whatever, right? They remember their people, but we're not allowed to remember our people and the plight that we've suffered and that we still go through. Nah, man. You understand? Yeah. So like if you got the Acts here, Acts 30.
Thank you, Job 8 and 8.
One second. If you give me Acts 5 and 30, Bob Kashar, real quick.
Acts 5:30. The God of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom you slew and hanged on a tree.
Oh, for those who don't know, Yahushua is Christ as this world knows him, man. Yahushua Mashiach is Christ in the Hebrew. You understand? And he was raised up by our forefathers, and the Most High allowed him to be raised up among us. And he was slew. He was slain when he was put on that wood and crucified. You understand? Read on.
Him have God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and to forgiveness of sins.
No, Akion said for everyone, man, surely.
Israel.
To who?
Repentance to Israel.
Right, read.
And forgiveness of sins.
You understand? And go ahead.
That's it. That's 32 I'm going into now.
No sweat. You understand? As the Bible clearly says, our king was sent to give repentance unto Israel. If you read Matthews 1:21, it's the same thing. That's who he was sent for, man. The nation of people, the southern kingdom, the Jews, which were referred to as the southern kingdom, the ones that was in Jerusalem and knew who they were, and the 12 tribes which were scattered abroad who proclaimed themselves to be heathens in their lifestyles and the way they lived. And that's why the Lord sent our king to go unto them and to speak unto them and to bring them back onto their heritage, man, just like today.
Lucky the one.
So, go ahead.
Lucky the one. Hey, John can forget World War II, right? He can forget Manchester bombings. He can forget 9/11. Forget all of your dead people that died, right? That's and maybe we think about ours, you know what I mean? Worry about you know what I mean? John can worry about himself, cuz. The lucky the one. John supposed to worry about himself and he's dead. Man,
Right.
don't worry about our dead. You know what I mean? That we must forget slavery. You forgive you forget all your deaths and all your people that died and jumped out of a window and killed themselves in 9/11. Can't tell us to tell us to forget slavery.
Right.
Crazy
right.
white boy.
And that's,
come off the screen, man.
You understand? These devils always show their true selves. You understand? We don't have to do nothing. They expose themselves. It's in their actions, in their deeds. Only the simplistic and the, you know what I mean? They say the Christian church here, Mr. Is that his name, John? I don't know what his name is. You
his name's John, man. John. So like,
Order. So for all we know, it's probably just IUIC, man.
Hey,
come on, man.
Oh my days.
That's clearly a Hebrew name.
That's right.
There's no white man called Ahawa, man. Come on, man. It's clearly a Hebrew name right there. You just, these Cohen-Tile guys, man. If anyone ain't watched, need to watch Commanding General YAHANNA's Black Watch on Friday, where they admitted that they make fake accounts and like to wind brothers up. Right. It's clearly one of them, man. It's Lauer, man. He's angry because he got embarrassed in their purple. It's Lauer, man.
And that's the damn truth, man. You understand? When you want to be the fake Israelite group, you will be forced to succumb to dishonor. You understand? You will throw away honor and integrity, and you will wear purple and sell out your people and allow a filthy African to kill your sister. That's right. That's what happens when you wear purple. And you know what I mean? When you want to be in a fake Israelite group with men who have no honor and no integrity, because if they had any honor or integrity, they wouldn't be a break-off of a break-off of a break-off. You understand? They would have been where the home of the truth was. You understand? They would have held their line and kept the oath that they made a long time ago. But no. You understand? When you look at outside in the world, you will find men without honor. You will find men with no integrity, and they will make a fake account on Facebook just to harass their own brothers, and they want to talk about they love their people and love Christ. Nah, man. The same man who talk about snitching on their brothers. But moving on, you understand? So, like, if you get me Nehemiah 9 verse 15. Oh, go ahead, one.
Yeah, I had a couple of verses. There was Job 8 and 8, but then you read the one with what Akayam just read, and I got Romans 11. And I got Romans 11:26.
No sweat. No sweat for now. But you understand? That's the reality, though. You know what I mean? We get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But boy, listen. When you understand that everything is against what the Lord is about, you understand? And all these fake Israelites are just cowards who have sold out their people. You know what I mean? Sakari, when Captain Tazaryak was right in front of him, he wasn't saying a damn thing. You know what I mean? He was shook. And that's how they be. They run them out when they're online or away from you. When you're right in front of them, they won't say a damn thing. Go ahead.
That's like it shows what kind of man they are, man.
Right.
Like if you see a man that flips out and knocks out people, you know, yo, that's a masculine man. When you see a man that makes accounts, you look at him and go, yo, this man was raised around his mum, man.
Right.
That's shit a woman do. A woman want to catch a cheat, she make a fake account and say, yeah, my name's Shemaine. Any man that can make a hotmail and it's to Facebook. Show what kind of guy they are, and that's the leader. Like Tahar from GMS will flip because it shows that he's the guy that flips. But the Fang is 7 make an account. He tells men to make an account. Oh man, that's why they're wearing purple, man. That's right, man.
That's right. They're cowards, man. You gonna make a fake account to watch over people and harass people online. They're too shook to be boldly on your own account or on the street. And then when they forgot themselves, because they did forget themselves, when they stepped to Officer Thorough, you understand, and the camp, you know what I mean, they forgot themselves, man. They got back down. They backed down like they should have, you understand, with the purple behind them. But you know what I mean? It's like you got Nehemiah, yeah?
Nehemiah, what chapter and verse? Other one?
9 and verse 15.
Nehemiah 9 verse 15. Right. And gavest them bread from heaven for their hunger, and brought us forth water for them out of the rocks for their thirst.
So just so everyone knows, this is talking about This is Nehemiah referring to when Israel was in the wilderness. You understand? It's talking about when Israel was in the wilderness, and you understand the Lord gave us food. You understand, manna from heaven, and he brought water from a stone. You understand, to look after us in our time in the wilderness. You understand? Go ahead.
And promised them that they should go in to possess the land which thou hast sworn to give them. But they and our fathers dealt proudly and hardened their necks and hearkened not to thy commandments and refused to obey, neither were mindful of thy wonders that thou didst amongst them, but hardened their necks, and in rebellion appointed a captain to return to their bondage. But thou art a God ready to pardon, gracious and merciful, slow to anger.
So there we go, you understand? In the midst of all the greatness that the Lord gave us when we came out of Egypt, and the way he looked after us in the wilderness, you understand? In the midst of all of that, and we were so stiff-necked as a people, our forefathers and foremothers, you understand? Stiff-necked as we can be, rebellious as hell, you understand? We was rebellious as we could possibly be. But the Lord was still slow to anger. The Lord still had mercy upon those people whom he chose. Right. You understand? Read on.
Khan. And great kindness, and forsook them not. Yeah, when they made them a molten calf and said, this is thy God that brought thee up out of Egypt, and had wrought great provocations. Yet thou in thy manifold mercies forsook them not in the wilderness.
So the Lord, the Most High Power, did not forsake us, man. He did not forsake our bloodline and our seed. He did not forsake our people. And for that, we should understand that, and we should come back to our heritage. We should pay homage to the Most High and our King Yahushua to actually serve them, man, and to bestow unto our brothers that same mercy that he gave unto our people. That's what we should be doing. Not talking about we're gonna go snitch on our brothers. Right. We're gonna make fake accounts and harass our brothers. We're gonna try to intimidate our brothers with multiple numbers of 1,000 cowards. You understand? 1,000 cowards. You understand? How much was it? About 17 cowards against Officer Farah and Officer Nashak. You understand? And they failed because the Lord is not with them and their cowardly numbers. The Lord is not with them that gather in a multitude in the midst of sinners, weak men and heathens. Nah, man. The Lord is with those who have integrity, those that actually have the blood of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in their veins and serve him sincerely. That's who the Lord is with. Lord ain't with your numbers and your purple, man. You understand? Nor is he with you. What's the other one too? Strip club and them thing. What it called?
Sakari.
No Sakari and your damn strip club situation. Nah, man, they're not with that, man. They're not with the Christian church. The Lord is only with One West since 1969, and the Lord gave mercy unto our people, unto Jacob, man. And the place today to come back to your heritage is in the I.S.U.P.K. That's the only place, man, because everywhere else they're running amok, man. They don't know what they're doing. You understand? So, like, you heard something?
La.
Was it Officer Tazarpo? You heard something?
La was disagreeing.
Oh, no sweat. All right then.
So lucky the one. Go ahead. I will add. It looked like the Lord is revealing who he's with and who he's not with. Because the Bible says in Jude, I believe, 5, when they was without sin, the Lord was with them. But when they did sin, the Lord was against them, kind of thing. They lost sorely in battles, and it looked like now all these other camps, claiming to say that they've got the truth. Clearly, you can't have the truth because you're being revealed to be in whoredom and faggots. Salakia.
Right. That's right. No, damn right. You understand?
You feel me?
And that's the Salakia. And that's the heavy point. This is nothing new. There was a time before Joy Morgan, before that whole situation, there was a time where their sole leader, Nate, he himself arrested 2 brothers who were innocent. You understand? He arrested 2 brothers who were innocent, and they had a case against him and they won. You understand? Time and time again, the Lord will show Israel who he is with and who he is not with. But we are rebellious, and a lot of us are cowards. We would rather follow someone in purple where we can get away with being a homosexual, being deviant in some way, rather than following the true man of the Lord, who you know it is. It's in the ISUPK. You understand?
And that's right.
Time and time again, there is always something with GMS, with any of these fake groups, any of the Christian church, all the rest of it. There's always been, if you go back, there's always been something that's come up from these different groups every single time. And this is nothing new. The Lord is always revealing the wicked, man. They've always been revealed to who they are. You understand?
That's right.
All right, so Fred, yeah. First of all, where's your father from? You understand? What's your nationality? Where's your father from, Fred? Official Fred. Just if you could type that in, official Fred, yeah. You know what I mean? Where you, and also where do you live? Because there's nowhere too far. You understand? Right. Nowhere's too far. There's camps all over the earth. You understand? Nowhere too far. If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and you fit the curse of Deuteronomy 28 according to your bloodline, according to your father's seed, there is no place too far to find your brothers. You understand? Or sisters. You understand? Right. There's no place too far. But type that in for me if you could. But yeah, if you could get me Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 16, Bob Kashar. The Lord has mercy upon Jacob, man. You understand? The Lord did not do as these Christians and these fake groups did and forsake their people and love other nations because, you know, they're in a better position than their brothers. Nah, the Lord still stood holy with his brothers and with the people, man. He didn't forsake his brothers and sisters for a bit of money or for a bit of purple pride. He didn't do that, man. You understand?
Khan. Isaiah 1:15, other one?
1 and 16, Bob Kashar.
Isaiah 1 verse 16. Wash you, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes.
Right. So it's clearly not talking about physically going in the shower and bathing your skin. What it's talking about is you pushing away the evils of your doing. That's right. Just like you're going to read in the New Testament when you're supposed to baptize yourself, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? You're supposed to wash away the wickedness of your deeds. You understand? You're not supposed to cover them in purple. You're not supposed to cover them in fake Israelite BS. You understand? It's supposed to wash them away, forsake those ways, man, and commit yourself to the law of the Most High. Read on.
Right. Khan. Learn to do well. Seek judgment. Relieve the oppressed. Judge the fatherless and plead for the widow.
So we're supposed to relieve the oppressed. But the IUIC says that we should snitch on our brothers and turn them in to the devil. We're supposed to do what, Akion? What are we supposed to do?
Relieve the oppressed.
We're supposed to relieve them, man. We're supposed to relieve that brother on the corner who's known nothing else for all his life and has only suffered, tribulation for all his young life coming up. And he only knows drug dealing and pimping out his sisters. That's all he knows. We're supposed to relieve those. Told him, listen, man, you can still be a man and you can still have your integrity and masculinity, but you have to throw away those deeds and serve the Most High. You understand? You have to serve your people that you're destroying and change your ways. And you can reclaim your integrity. You understand? We're supposed to relieve those brothers and sisters who have been molested and raped their whole lives and have dealt wickedly in the world because of their torment. We're supposed to relieve those sisters and tell them, listen, man, you come in the truth and you perfect your ways as you're supposed to, as your foremothers once did. You can be that precious gold once again. That's right. You can be a sister who has never lied with a man once again. You understand?
Right.
You understand? All those things could have passed away because you could have come in here and served under the righteous man of the Lord and be up in here in the UK and be as your righteous foremothers. But nah, you understand? Not when you want to wear purple and love Africa Nah, you know what you do when you do that? You don't relieve the oppressed. You put them down, man. You allow Africans to kill them. That's what you do. You understand? That's what they do. They snitch on this. They snitch on their brothers. They sell them out. Or if you're in Sakari, you understand? You're promoting their being in strip clubs. You understand? You're promoting their oppression, promoting their deeds of wickedness. You understand? These are the fruits of these fake groups, man. But the scripture says to relieve the oppressed and judge the fatherless. You know what I mean? When you find a sister that's in the world and she ain't got no man and her son ain't got no father, you priests and prophets of the Lord in the truth are supposed to be that father to that child. You understand? You're supposed to be there for the sisters and the young men and the young sisters. You understand? For your people, you're supposed to be there. That place of sanctuary where sisters can be relieved of their wickedness and brothers and sisters can be relieved of their oppression and with truth and understanding and reform themselves. That's found in the UPK, man. You understand? You ain't gonna find no John Morgan incident in here. You ain't gonna find that in here.
Right.
You ain't gonna find Africans up in here, man. You understand? So I can read on.
Karawan Khan, come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be white as snow.
You understand? So scarlet is a reddish color. You understand? It's a derivative of red. And though your sins may be as scarlet, they will now be washed away. They'll be as white as snow. So now that garment that was red, you understand? Now it's going to be white as snow. Read on.
Karawan Khan, though they be red like crimson, Salakia, though they be red as crimson, they shall be as wool.
There you go, man. They'll be as wool as that fresh, pure wool, you understand? That come from a sheep, you understand? Just be like that. Fresh and clean and perfect in their ways. You understand? So like the respond on the chat. The
Ivory Coast are the one.
From Wolverhampton. Yeah, brother. Fred, official Fred, Wolverhampton is round the corner from Brum, you understand? The school is in 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. That's a bus away, you understand? Wolverhampton is literally a bus away from Brum, you understand? And we have brothers and sisters in Wolverhampton as well. So just understand that. I'll say it again, the address for the school is B18 5PW. You understand? On the Sabbath days, we have the Sabbath service from about 12 onwards to about 1. You understand? During the week, like today, from 7 to 9 p.m., we have our classes. So, you know what I mean? You ain't too far. You know what I mean? And also, where's your bloodline from? What tribe are you from? All right, no, so we'll look into that, you understand? But we'll look into that. But yeah, you understand? But yeah, the school is not too far from brothers in Wolverhampton, you understand? So like if you can get me James chapter 5 and verse 9, Bob Kashar. You must remember that the brotherhood that is kept in here is of the scriptures. And we care about our people, man. No matter how low or wicked they may be, we still have that place of mercy and sanctuary for them. Go on.
James 5 verse 9. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned.
Go ahead.
Behold, behold, the judge standeth before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience.
So just understand this, man. When we speak against these fake groups in the Christian church and our brothers in there, we're not grudging against them. What we are doing is speaking against the falsehood and the lies that are within the community of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are speaking against false prophets who speak as if they talk of our king, but they speak lies. You understand? That's what we're doing here. When we speak about Nate and his Purple Boys, and we speak about GMS and all these other fake groups, you understand, the rapists and all that. You understand? We speak against them because this is the judgment of the Lord, man. We are rebuking our brothers and sisters. The Lord will bring the judgment as he already has, but we will rebuke them and give them the understanding. They're no different from TD Jakes. They're no different from Creflo Dollar. And no different from what's her name? Bowtie. What's her name? What's her name, man? That's it, Farrakhan. No different from Farrakhan, man. You understand? All of them are the same category. They're all Christian. They all hate their people to some degree, or they're all too weak to stand for their people with solidarity and truth. And that's the reality, man. You understand? The raw, unwavered, you understand, uncompromising truth. That's what we teach in here. Universal practical knowledge in here, man. You understand?
Right.
And all of that we teach, we're teaching against the crimes against our own, you know what I mean? Brothers against one another. We want our brothers to restore themselves, man. But we ain't gonna snitch on them. You understand? You claim to have this knowledge, but the men of the Lord that will relieve the oppression up in here, we will show those brothers on the road that, listen, there's a better way. There is a way that you can stand strong and bold. You don't have to hide from police every time you see them. You can just walk boldly on the road and be blameless. That's what we have in here. But in the purple, you know what I mean? You're gonna be hiding in some little church somewhere. You understand? You're gonna be hiding in some little church with a bunch of Africans and Somalians and whatever else. You understand? Hiding from the public, terrified. When you went to court, you weren't wearing purple then. You understand? You weren't showing your little t-shirt tassels on yourself then. You know what I mean? That man talk about wearing t-shirt fringes. It's not fringes, it's little tassels. You know what I mean? Zeets on their little t-shirt, right? They were talking about that, right? But they don't wear that. They weren't wearing that in court. You know what I mean? They don't wear that in the court. The footage is there. And look at how they dealt with the sister's mom, man. Wickedly. They're not relieving the oppressed. They're oppressing the oppressed, man. The sisters in the world, the mother of Joy Morgan was in the world, of course. And so was Joy Morgan in the world too. That's what we don't understand. Joy Morgan was in the world too. In those fake Israelite groups, it's no different from being in the church, man. You're in the world if you're in there. You understand? Yeah. And just like anyone in the world, you are open to being taken. You understand? You're open to all kinds of things, judgments and things to happen unto you. You understand? You're not protected by the Lord. That's right. That's what you have to understand. And they're supposed to be claiming to have this truth, right? But what are they teaching to his mom? Look how they dealt with her. They didn't give her no money. They didn't look after nothing. You understand? They didn't even acknowledge her. They blanked her. But see them little nasty African that they deal with in there, man, and see how they treat them. Listen, that's the reality, man. Our brothers over in the UK, you know what I mean, specifically Benjamites, but our brothers all over here, you understand? All blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans over here need to recognize that, listen, man, the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. You understand? Right. This is the only place where you can truly find brotherhood. If you want to take drugs and sniff your brains out and destroy yourself and further destroy your sisters in your community, you go ahead, you understand? But we will still be here. We'll be still here for you when you feel like you want to fix yourself up. We'll still be here. You understand? If you're wearing purple and you weak right now, we're still here, regardless. If you wanna run your mouth, we're still here. You understand? We'll be here till the end, man. You understand? That's what you gotta understand. Them purple faggots slacker, you know what I mean? They can't help you. When you're going through troubles and times, they can't help you. You understand? They can't help you.
That's true.
They can't look about you. When she was, you know, up in the school, well, not at school, but the little church over there. You understand? They can't help you. They couldn't even console the sister's mother. They are, man. And this is the reality we must understand. We're not dealing with these Africans, we're dealing with these heathen nations because they ain't getting you nowhere. When you want to be all inclusive and love everybody and be weak, go ahead and do that. See where it gets us. See what. Look into history. Look into the days of old. Look what it has gotten us, man. Being over here, what has joining any other nation done us? When our forefathers came over here in the Windrush generation and we joined with the Irish, what happened? The Irish got some nice houses, got some nice land, got some nice jobs. What happened to us though? We still in the ghettos. You know, anyone, please, if you could, anyone, sure.
Like I said, man, we were struggling with the Irish. Now in 2021, where are the Irish? Where are they? They've left us. They've gone to nice neighborhoods and left us here.
Right.
They didn't take us with them. They didn't say, "Yo, come, Mr. Black, maybe struggle together. Come with us, man."
Right.
When they got their boss, they're like, "Yes, yeah, why?" What, man?
Right. That's the reality. Whenever we as people join anybody, for a time they will be with us. They will do with us for a time. But when we are falling or when we are struggling, when they're good, they go about their business, man. They look after their own. They're all right. You understand? They're good over there. But listen, we blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to understand what brotherhood is to forgive the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans around about you that do you wrong, and to remember the crimes of your enemies, man. Remember the crimes of those cowards who betrayed their people. Remember the crimes of the heathens all around about you. Because they remember, you understand? They remember 9/11. That same Edomite that was on the chat. You think he don't remember his people? Come on, man. You understand? Probably was someone in purple. You know, more than likely. Probably one of them purple sodomites because they're coward like that. They ain't got nothing better to do. They're weak. And you know what I mean? They're not even bold. They won't even tell you like that. They're shook. You understand? And this is the reality that we must always comprehend. These people that are outside the truth are unworthy, man. Yes, and those that are in here, you will be the few among thousands who is worthy. You understand? That's what the Lord is with those few. So, like, if you get me Romans 12 and verse 10, Bob Kashar.
Romans 10 verse 12. Romans 10 verse
12 and 10, Bob Kashar. 12 and 10, yeah.
Romans 12 and 10. Right. Be kindly, affectionate, one to another with brotherly love, in honor, preferring one another.
So we should be kindly, affectionate one to another, man. Preferring our own, preferring one another. That's what we should be doing. Israelites, man, you blacks of the transatlantic slave trade and you natives of North, Central, South America. This is for you. You are one people, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not. You're one people, man. The things that the blacks of the transatlantic slave trade have endured is the same as the natives of North, Central, South America have endured, man. We both went on slavery on slave ships, believe it or not. We have the proof. We both enjoyed hardship under other nations around about us. We both have been slaughtered at the hands of our enemies, and we have been regarded as nothing but livestock being slaughtered. You understand? And we both fit the curse of Deuteronomy 28. And we all as a people must remember that we must be courteous and must remember who we give our mercy and compassion unto, man, and who we should prefer. We should prefer our own rather than anyone else, because that's what everyone else does, man. Not only that, but that's how our forefathers were. And we were a mighty and powerful nation in our righteousness, man, under our king and our power. But when we achieve that again, we will be like that one more time, man. So lucky. We will be that way one more time. That time will come again, where we will rule over these nations, and we will be without fault. You understand? We'll be faultless, blameless, and unstoppable. You understand? No one can stop us. When we serve the Lord, nothing can stop us. And that's what we must remember. We must prefer our own. That's true brotherhood. No one ain't gonna tell you about brotherhood if you're wearing purple, man. You understand? You can't tell no one about brotherhood if you love Africans, if you love Nigerians, if you love white people and any other nation above your own. You can't talk about brotherhood. You don't know what that is.
That's right.
That's why the truth is the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA, because he's the man who has been set over the nation of Israel. You understand? Till our king returns. You understand? On this earth today, this is where you go to serve the Most High in Christ, and no other place. So, like, if you give me Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17.
Lamentations.
You understand? We as people need to remember the crimes of our enemies, man. The crimes that we have always endured. Forget about some little African boy who got lost or whatever, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, forget about him, man. You know what I mean? He's got his. He's all good, man. Kojo is all right, bro. He's good. Tunde is good, fam. You know what I mean? Tunde is all right, bro. He's got what he's got, bro. He's got his family and them thing there. We need to look about our family. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because every minute in history consistently repeats itself. Anybody that knows their history, you're black, Hispanic, and Native American, that knows their history, you know the only time when we have, in our ignorance, thought that we join another nation is when the black slaves, so-called, with the Tainos joined together. But in those times, who betrayed who? That never happened, man. We stood together strong. But when we want to join the other nations, that's when we have problems.
That's right.
The only time when we have problems, you know what happened? You know what caused divide among Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans? The white man with his treaties and his over the earth. When he is ruling over the Americas, who caused divisions among the blacks and the Native Americans? The white man did. Without them involved, we was good. In fact, the reason why he caused that division is because we was joined together and fighting against him. That's what was happening. That's history. But those who want to choose ignorance and weakness over facts, that's your business. You'll find a dishonorable death. I don't pray you do, but listen, that's what will happen. That's just the reality. You understand? You got that, yeah?
Come on, Lamentations 5, verse 4
verse 17, yeah? Come on.
Lamentations 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So we have we have sought out a nation of people that could not help us. They are vain help. When we want to go and vote and protest and be in a Christian church and be in a fake church and join hand in hand with other nations, trying to think that they can help us and love us, that is vain help. That's right. You understand? Right. And that's history. You go back to the 40s, the 50s. You go back. Forget about it. You go back to 1492, and you go to 1619. You look at when we looked at other nations. See what they gave us. Look at from those times to now. When have these other nations ever helped us? You understand? When has us begging them and trying to be friends with them ever helped us? You know what did help us though? When we segregated ourselves, right. And we had Black Wall Street, and many other cities and towns with just blacks and Hispanics. Only us working together, and we was thriving. Till the devil came and shut it all down. But that's the point. When we stand together in our solidarity and our strength and in our righteousness, the Lord will be with us, man. The Lord will stand with us, and we'll be able to be that great nation once again. But when we want to join hand in hand with a vain people that cannot help us, and what happened? Also, not only vain help, but what? Read on.
Khan. They hunt our steps.
They do what?
They hunt our steps.
You understand? What happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, man? What happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma? What happens in the streets of America? What happens in the Caribbean? What happens in South America, Central America, North America? What happens in the UK, all over Europe? They hunt our steps. Man. They oppress our people consistently. They constantly oppress us, man. They hunt our steps. Any type of propaganda or philosophy they want to push down our throats with their homosexuality and weakening our men and masculine, making our sisters masculine. You understand? These are the enemy. Anything that they want to throw at us, they hunt our steps, man. They oppress us. Whenever we go into their little corner shops, yeah, what happens? They want to harass us and hunt our steps, bruv. You understand? Whenever we want to do something, they honor us, man. It's always one of them in the way. And you that are simplistic and Christian, that want to love heathens and want to walk around like you can't see nothing, walk around like you're blind, then, you know what I mean? Understand that you don't serve the Most High and you hate your people. And at least if you know who you are. But if you want to act and be all fake and, you know what I mean, and talk like you about it, you ain't about nothing, man. If you're not in the ISUPK Command Junior Hunter, you listen, no matter how you may love your people, according to you, you can never be as down for your people as we are in here, man. You can never, it's impossible. We devote our lives. You want to do it from some, you want to be some forever family for some little minute and you do your thing here and there. I ain't seen nothing yet. I ain't seen nothing new. You understand? You ain't still doing that. We've been doing this, man. You understand? This is our life. It's not some hobby we do whenever something randomly happens. No. This is how we live. But you in your lives love to mix and love up the heathen. But realizing this is the thing. When it all boils down to it, you understand? Everyone outside of here is all on the sidelines, man.
That's right.
You understand? You're not on the front line. You're on the sidelines just talking, just doing this, just chatting. But who's actually out there doing it and providing that help? You understand? You're not there. You understand? You ain't there. Even them purple solar mats, as much as they are, about 20 man walking the road, right? When they go out and teach their nonsense, right? 20 man walking there, but all them man couldn't save Joe Morgan. You know what I'm saying? They have a whole friggin' army of cowards. Yeah. Meanwhile, just 2 UPK brothers will hold it down more than them, man. You understand? 2,000 of their men are not even, are just about worth 2 of ours. You understand? Because we serve the Lord. Numbers, just like in the Christian church, just like in any other organization, numbers doesn't prove anything. Just like in the Bible, numbers doesn't mean anything. You understand? And when your numbers are soiled with weak cowards and dishonorable women, as well as heathens, listen, man, forget about it, man. It's not even a question, man. You understand? How is it now that we are still revisiting the crimes of the fake Israelites? You understand? Because it's consistent, just like the Christian church. No difference. So, like, if you, where was you at?
I was at Lamentations. Lamentations, other one.
Okay, go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
So our end is come because why? This is the book of lamentation, time of mourning, you understand? Mourning of the oppression that we have been suffering during those times, these times now. These are the things that we endure, you understand? When we witness these things, we know there's brothers and sisters suffering at the hands of their own people because those people that they follow are weak, you understand? And they don't know what brotherhood is. It's impossible for them to know. They must be taught again because those men that taught them are cowards. Those men that taught those sisters and brothers in those fake groups are men that are not authorized to teach, nor are they men that can ever teach brotherhood. You understand? And this is just the reality that everyone needs to understand. So, like, if you get me,
if I could, Isaiah,
go ahead.
So, like, if I could, because what you're saying is heavy about, you know, other camps joining with the Africans, right? Because, like, you know, what's heavy about that is that every time we've joined with other nations, we've always, like you said, we've always come to nothing, you know? So even if they want to call themselves Purple or Sakari or whoever, if they're joining with Africans or anyone like that, it's only a matter of time before those Africans start switching and mash up the camp. So, like, just to add to what you were saying, so, like, one.
That's 100% true, man. It's only a matter of time. And just like with all these groups, it's been happening. You understand? It's only grown. Every year, every month is something. And it just grows and grows and grows. Remember, these are those brothers who will look down upon their people. They're not brothers who will dwell among them. They're brothers that will move out the ends and live somewhere else because it's nice and around white people. They will look down upon their brothers. And they have now, because they have the Bible and misinterpretation and misunderstanding, they're able to now use the Bible to further bring down their brothers and look down upon them. You know, so how you look down upon a brother because he ain't working? And brother could be looking for all day, every day, trying his best. He can only do so much, but you still look down upon that brother, like you bringing him down, like you know what I mean? And this is the thing. That's the same spirit you find in the Christian church with women that run their mouth, man this, telling man that, and they want to follow who? Massa. It's the same thing. Go ahead, other one.
If I may, how can you think you're better than our brother? Yeah, when all of us are poor, man.
Right.
If you're a black man with a job, you're still poor.
Right.
You're just slightly better than another. That's like that's like a German Shepherd laughing at a Chihuahua. Right. Or that's like a man that works at Selfridges laughing at a man that works at Asda.
Right.
And both of them get the same wage, man.
That's right.
What it is, you work for a higher. You work for a more richer slave master. That's all. But guess what? You don't benefit from it.
Right.
You don't benefit from it. If you was if you're a dog in a man, it's like you're a dog in a man's house, laugh at the dog in the shed. When both of you are dogs, man.
Right.
Like the dog don't own the house, the dog don't own the shed. Right. And you're a black man laughing at another black man. He ain't got a job. When both of you are poor, man.
That's right.
Both of you are poor. You're making minimum wage. He's making no wage. Both of you are poor, man.
Right.
And the person looks back like, oh, look at these niggas, both of them arguing about crumbs, man.
God.
Neither of us got that money, man.
Right.
You're looking at him like, you're so poor. So are you. Rich white people laugh at you like, if I could live off $1,000 a month, I could never, man.
Right.
If I could live off $1,050, come on, that's change, man. But because you got a little bit of crumbs, you're thinking that because you got some detective job, you seem to think that you've made it in life. And you're better than these gremlins. It's lucky, man.
No, that's right. That's heavy, man. That's the reality, man. That's what we be dealing with. Those people that be in these groups and these Christian churches, man. They all think that same way. You know what I mean? That's how they operate. They don't love their people. That's why they look to these Africans and other nations because they got money.
It's lucky. Hey, you got a job working every hour God gives you. You're still struggling with the rent, man.
Right.
Still struggling to man, it's overtime, man. It's rough out here, man. Whew. I'm working 24 hours and I can't see where the money's going. So you're still poor, man. So don't look at the brother that ain't working. Both of you are poor, man.
Right.
But because Esau employed you, somehow you think that you're better than this brother because you got some employment, man.
Right.
You got some monthly wage coming in. Both of you are poor, man. It's lucky, Shamgar.
No, I don't sweat.
I want interview the horse.
No, I ain't no sweat. You know what I mean? That's the reality, man. You understand? That's what it is. That is the reality, is that they look down upon their people just like Michael Jordan. Just like what's that brother name? The boxer, man. His name?
Chris.
Yeah,
Chris.
Chris Eubank. Oh God, Lord God. Chris Eubank.
God damn.
Smith. All them other ones, man. Eddie Murphy. All these man there. Oprah. Oh God. Oprah. Listen. All these people. They look down on their people like nothing, and they think that because they got all this money and this and that they're something, that they're more than their people, and you could never be that, man. Just like how Marsha in the scriptures, man, when he was raised up in the house of Pharaoh with royalty, raised with wealth and riches, he looked down upon his people, and he knew that he could never rise above the status of his brothers and sisters, man. And that's why he went down with them. That's what brothers and sisters in the world and these fake groups in the Christian church don't understand, is that when you look down upon your brothers, you only because the thing is, look what happened to Oprah. She went to whatever country, somewhere in Europe or whatever, yeah. Went to some rich shop and they didn't let her in because she's black. And she's like, oh, I'm Oprah, I got money. Yeah. Listen, you're still a black. You're just rich. You're just a rich black person, but you're still black. That's right. That's where you got yourself, man. You forgot where you come from. But you want to give your money to other people. You want to give your riches wealth, not to your community, not to your young people coming up under you. I'm not trying to build something for your brothers and sisters in the Americas. Nah, you want to go to some African country who sold your people. You understand? Simplicity. This is what Christianity does. That what I described is Christianity, man. Christianity will allow a man or woman to forsake their people, all for some foolish they think is worth anything, man. So like you had something?
Right. Can't, sir. Yeah. Just to add to what you kind of just said just there, something just hit me where like they get heartbroken, right? Heartbroken when they say they can't come into the shop or you're black, because they've elevated themselves so much, thinking they've elevated themselves above us, and they haven't. And they get heartbroken when you're told you're black, because you're trying to separate yourself from your people. So like just to add to what you just said, that was heavy what you said there.
Oh, that's right. You know what I mean? And that's the reality, man. That's lucky, but that's the hardcore truth right there. This is what we're dealing with. And when we look at these, when we look in the world, when we observe what we see, and we look at the things that transpire in the world, how people operate, we can only understand that could never happen in here. You understand? Maybe it couldn't happen in here, man. You understand? Because you know why? There is an order and a structure in here that would never allow it. No brother can enjoy that. It could never happen, man. There's a structure here that would never allow it, because why? We are under command during YAHANNA, and we serve through him. We serve our King Christ and the Most High. You understand? There is an order in here. Cannot be a bond in here and a code in here that cannot be broken, man. No, you know what I mean? In those fake Israelite groups, man, you know what I mean? Just like in the white man's world, they would uplift someone based on their wealth or their academics. You understand? Their academics academic intelligence and based on their wealth, but nothing to do with their righteousness. And that's why you find these fake groups. That's why you have these break-off groups, because everything is done how Esau operates. You understand? Not according to our laws and our customs. That's why they're so easy to have a whole leadership over their group, which is so wicked and so without any type of integrity, because that's how they operate. They operate like the devil. You understand? They operate like the devil. They want to be so much. Everything they do is trying to emulate him, and how they uplift or raise up their people is that way. It's through that way. It's not by the righteous or the structure or the order of things. It's by who has this, who has that, who has this, who has that. Not based on, because Esau, that's what he does. He only promotes people who have certain links or accolades, or you know what I mean, something that makes them pop. Nah, man. In here, it's about who they are, and when their time comes, that's when they get what they get. You understand? It's not about carnality of things. It's just about time. The Lord has his time in here, and that's how it works. You understand? All things are done in here by the will of the Father. That's it. But in there, it's all by carnality, man. You understand? And that's why people suffer at their hands of them, because of carnality. Look how many brothers over here in the UK have departed from them. And I've put up about all the crimes that they've committed. We have to remember what brotherhood is, because we are taught better. You understand? And we have to promote and teach and commit to what we've been taught in here. You understand? We weren't raised like that. You understand? We weren't raised to look at the crimes that they commit and to emulate them. You understand? We could never be that. That's why we have to speak against it so boldly, because it is so wrong and it is so not of the Lord, and it's so in opposition to what we are in here, and it's so what the Lord did not command for us to be. So, like, if you get me,
So, like, I was just waiting for you to finish. Proverbs 3:31, based on what Akayan was saying about like Oprah Winfrey. You know what I'm saying? Like that they're so high-minded. You know what I mean? Because in their minds they've envied the oppressors, giving them a little thing, so they've envied the oppressors. You know what I mean? They've chose their ways. And then they think that they're just like them now, like they're equal to them now. So when they go to another country that doesn't hide their racism under the carpet, doesn't brush their hatred for blacks under the carpet, and they get treated like that, then it brings them back down a peg or two to let them know that you are the Negroes, just like your fellow Negroes that you're looking down at. The oppressor in and around you has given you a little elevation. You know what I mean? To make it look like you're better than them. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's right, man. That's 100%, man. You understand? That is 100%. That's the reality, man. We must remember these things always, because these people, if they get their way, they will only look about themselves, man. So, Lucky, if you get me Isaiah 31:1, Bob Kashar.
Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
So they
stay.
That go down to Egypt, meaning the place of our captivity, man. They go to the great cities and the great kingdoms and nations of people whom are our enemies and our captors, and they look to them for help. And the Bible says destruction to them. Read on.
And stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many.
So they trust in the wealth,
horsemen,
and they trust in the wealth and the military might of Egypt, man. Just like today, it wouldn't be horse chariots, it would be tanks and missiles and their military might, their navy. You understand? Their air force. That's what it's talking about, man. They trust in this kingdom, which is the place of their captors. You understand?
Yeah.
And the Bible is instructing to them, man. That's who they trust in. They don't trust in the Lord and the Most High. They trust in their captors. They love their enemies. You understand? Read on.
And in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
So there you go. They look to Egypt. They look to the kingdoms that they're in, the kingdom of their captors, the nations of people that are their captives. You understand? So like that are their captors. You understand? The ones that oppress them and rule over them, and the nation that they're in. You know what I mean? But they don't look to the Most High. They look to carnality. They look to the physical. They look to numbers. They look to the military might. They look to wealth and riches. But they don't look to the Most High. You understand? They don't look to the Most High. They don't serve Him, man. You understand? And the Bible is very clear on that. That's the judgment for them. They'll if they look to these things and not to the Most High. So, like, you have something?
Yeah, like in the Black Lives Matter movement, where the women are there looking at the soldiers, talking about, take a knee, to show as if them taking a knee does anything for us. You know what I'm saying? So when the soldiers are there taking a knee down, they're clapping them like, he took a knee. That don't mean jack, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't mean nothing, man.
And that's the same mindset. That's right, man. That's the same mindset that would find them in that scripture. You know what I mean? They have that same mindset of they think that they can protest and vote and they think that they can get with this program. No, it ain't gonna work, man. All of that is not gonna work, and it never has. And that's the same people that have that same mindset, like you said. They had the same mindset of trusting in this land of their captivity. You know what I mean? One more precept though. Give me Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20, Bob Kashar.
Proverbs 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
So wisdom
in
crieth
the opening.
Out. Go ahead. In the opening of what?
In the opening of the gates.
So there you go, man. That's a wisdom crieth out. Wisdom is in this great city, in the midst of all things. Just like we go out and teach in camp. Just like we teach online. We're all over. Wisdom is there. You understand? Right in the open for our people to take and take heed of. Read on. Verse 21, I think.
In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
So there you go, man. How long will you love the simplicity of this world, man, this kingdom? How long will you look to Egypt for its great might and wealth and all its philosophies and this crap? You understand? Salakio. How long will you look to these things as, you know what I mean? How long will you look to these cowards as mentors to follow? How long will you look to the men in the Christian church, fake groups? How long will you follow these false doctrines and commit these vain and weak acts? You understand? These cowardly acts and live cowardly lives. How long, man? You understand? How long will you endure this simplicity of this place and destroy yourself, man?
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools.
Go ahead.
And fools hate knowledge.
Right, man. You understand? Only fools will hate the knowledge, the facts that's coming out of here in the UPK. Only fools will hate the knowledge of the Bible, man. Only the simplistic and foolish will hate that we're teaching and keeping to something that is truthful and facts. You understand? We ain't trying to trim nothing. We ain't trying to sugarcoat nothing. We're just telling you how it is. Only a fool will hate that. Because you love a fantasy fairy tale world where you can get high and destroy yourself and continue in this vile place. But nah, man, the Bible says only a fool will hate that knowledge, man. And only a fool, understanding all these things that are around about and all the things that's going on around you with these fake groups and all the rest of it, only a fool will still consist in joining those groups, man, and still follow and live like that. You understand? Because the wisdom is there. The knowledge and the facts is all there, man. You understand? And you understand? And when we stray from brotherhood, we'll become that foolish. You understand? When we break our oath and drop our swords, if we was to drop our swords and forsake the oath and become as they are, we will become just as foolish and simplistic as they are. That's man. Right. They will say foolish things like a man can't have more than one wife when the Bible clearly says a man can have any wife. It doesn't even say that. It just says if a man can have a wife, you understand, if he wants multiple wives. But that's the thing. you want to choose weakness over integrity and strength, that's what you become. You become a joke, and the whole world can see your unrighteousness. But with that, that's the class. Now pass it on to the priest and officer of 5,000. Perfect.
Okay, we're gonna give the teacher one kiss salute, man. Visual. I'm Madiam, me stand. I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam Barak. Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai Bakadah. Yajamata. Class dismissed.